Emma, welcome. Let's start with you. Emma, how did One American News, good to see you, Emma. How did One American News get on your radar? I'm assuming it was because of that epic speech which Tommy gave at CPAC a week or two ago.
You know, it's funny, and before I say anything, I'm really glad that I was not the Mama Luke of the day because I was a little worried that I was going to be that. But the way that I found out about One America was I went to CPAC covering the conservative speakers there, and I kept seeing signs everywhere for One America News Network, and I asked myself, what is this network that I keep seeing around? I hadn't heard of you guys before, so I decided to look into you guys, and I called up Tommy. And I actually had not seen video of her speech or seen any of the backlash that she had gotten for it. So she sort of filled me in on that.
You have been covering some Hollywood stars coming out for Netanyahu as well. Any comments on that?
Right. Well, speaking of how U.S. actions have influenced the election in Israel, I'm not sure if these specific videos did, but two American actors, Chuck Norris and Jon Voight, who I'm sure you're both familiar with, cut videos on either Monday or Tuesday to support Prime Minister Netanyahu and his re-election. And, you know, they both were very stridently speaking out against what President Obama's issues on Israel have been, and at the same time supporting Bibi Netanyahu.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're hearing that again, that the Israelis rejected outside interference, but you could call Chuck Norris and Jon Voight outside interference as well by trying to influence the outcome. You're following this story. What's your take on the exploratory committee formed by Donald Trump?
Right. So a newspaper in New Hampshire broke this story today that Donald Trump is forming a presidential exploratory committee, which is a step farther than he's taken in the past when he's flirted with running for president. I'm still a little skeptical about how serious we should be about him as a presidential contender. And one fact that is really interesting is that a recent Wall Street Journal and NBC News poll found that 74% of likely Republican primary voters do not support Donald Trump's candidacy for president. So that's going to be at least one of the hurdles that he'll have to overcome if he wants to be a serious challenger. The other is releasing his tax returns, which up until now he has been very reticent to do.
Well, you have me laughing on the latter, but you know, the first point you bring up, Emma, you know, a lot of the circles I travel in, obviously I talk to a lot of folks who have an R after their name, and they're echoing what you just said. I can't find many friends or associates who are excited about the possibility of a Donald Trump candidacy. We're about out of time. I want to thank Emma Roller for her debut appearance here on the Rick Amato Show, and thank you for that article about One American News where you highlighted Tomi Lahren and even gave yours truly a shout out. It's highly appreciated. We look forward to having you back as well.